Those wonderful words. Thank you. The name of Christopher G. Donovan has been placed in nomination for our seconding speech. Representative Larry Cafero, our distinguished minority leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to you, I wish you all the best. It's been a pleasure serving with you, and I treasure our friendship and all the things that we did in this beautiful room over the years. So best of luck to you, sir. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the chamber, it is an honor and a privilege to second the nomination of Christopher Donovan for the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives. Now, you might be thinking, he has to say that. I don't. I want to say it, and I say it because it's true. You know, we come into this chamber in this beautiful state of ours, beautiful capital. We've been elected by our constituents and took an oath of office to represent them and be true to our Constitution. And at its core, all we're trying to do is make the place we live in a little better. But we need a leader of this chamber. That's what our rules call for. That's what democracy calls for. And the person we choose is so important, especially, as the majority leader indicated, in these very, very trying times. No, I don't have to second the nomination of Christopher Donovan. Obviously, there's plenty of people that would stand in line to do that. But I wanted to second the nomination of Christopher Donovan. Christopher and I came in together 16 years ago. We served on several committees together. We've been through the same history here with regard to what we've seen in state government in our tenures. We don't always agree on the issues or how to make this beautiful state better. But I always knew when I spoke to Chris, he was telling me the truth. He respected this process and this building. I met with him, as I did Speaker Amon right after the election, and we had a long chat. We talked about process, we talked about administrative things, we talked about sports and family. And at that moment, I realized that it would be a privilege and an honor for me to second his nomination. Because I guess more important than experience is character. And Christopher Donovan, though we might not agree on issues, has character. He's one of 8 children hailing from the suburbs of Philadelphia. Majority Leader Merrill talked about his optimism. As he'll tell you, you always have to be optimistic when you got 8 kids in a household. He talked about the importance of trust and honesty and openness and communication. In fact, Nikki, he referenced his pre-Cana, where he said the priest told you and he, as the priest told myself and my wife 25 years ago, in your case 31 years ago, that a successful marriage, a successful relationship is based upon open and honest communication. And that's what he pledged to me as Speaker, my Speaker, our Speaker. We are going to have our battles, we are going to have our fights. But so long as we communicate, we're honest with each other, and we respect each other and respect this process, then there is no turmoil, there is no crisis that we cannot overcome. Now, I got to warn you, there are 2 things that Representative Donovan and I, Speaker Donovan and I, will never agree upon, and I'm going to get it right on the table now. You see, I'm a New York Mets fan, and he's a Philadelphia Phillies fan. And I'm a New York Giants fan, and he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And this Sunday, we're going to have a showdown. But other than those 2 issues, I know he is a man I could go to and trust, and I am proud to be able to call him my Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege to second the nomination of Christopher Donovan as our Speaker of the House. Thank you.